Hey guys, it's Taryn. Welcome back to To Marsz. So we are moving on to the second episode of INTJ Talk. And if you guys are new, this is a new little segment that I'm starting for all of my INTJs out there, just so we can kind of have a little, I guess, a safe space, here on YouTube that we can talk about different things. And I'll be doing these, a few times a month just to kind of connect with you guys, see what you're going through, what type of stuff that you're dealing with. But this particular episode is going to be about dating as an INTJ personality type and just the struggles that come along with it, because there are a lot of struggles while you are dating as an INTJ. Like, before we even get into it, if you take a look at this picture on the screen, to me, this perfectly depicts the INTJ relationship dynamic. Like, it's so funny, and I thought it was so fitting, but we're going to get into that in a second. So just jumping right in. First off, INTJs, we just don't fit in with the general population. Like, point blank period. We just don't. Especially in regards to dating and love. And this goes both for the women INTJs as well as the men INTJs. I've noticed that we can miss a lot of social cues, and we're sometimes slow to pick up on advances. And I read somewhere online that INTJs approach dating the same way they approach a business deal. And it's so funny because it is so true. Like, just thinking back in the past 2 relationships I've been in, like, typically at the beginning, I am not the lovey-dovey type, because at this time, like, I'm trying to figure out who you are as a person before I decide whether or not to let my guard down. So it will kind of feel a little business-like in the beginning. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I mean, but we're like onions, essentially. You just have to gradually peel back the layers. And as time goes on and we get more comfortable with you, you will see different sides of us that you just won't see at the beginning. And I know that dating in general for INTJs is just a little, I guess you could call it a hot mess, for lack of a better term. But I know for men INTJs too, it is a little difficult. I don't know like any personal INTJ males, in real life, but I would assume they have, pretty similar struggles when it comes to dating like we do. I do know, however, though, it is more socially acceptable for men to be a little more, I guess, aloof and a little bit more distant, quote unquote, when it comes to dating or when it comes to, looking for relationships than it is for women. But I feel like even they, struggle. If I have any men INTJs out there listening, leave me a comment below and let me know what your experience have been like dating as an INTJ personality type. Just because I guess, I'm not too versed on what you guys go through, so I'm a little interested. But for the women INTJs like us, girl, every day was a struggle in the dating scene. Let me think of like some of the lines that I've heard from a lot of men. And if you're an INTJ woman, you've probably heard these lines too. The first one that I've heard the most out of anything is, "You're not like most other women." And usually when the men say that, they don't mean that as a compliment. So that is one that I've heard a few times. Another one that I've heard was, "You're so intimidating." And they usually make that comment in regards to, me just having a functioning brain that I actually know how to use. And I've noticed that if you're not so much the ditzy or the whimsical type, it will raise some eyebrows, because society and just men in general, they don't really know what to do with, I guess you could say, a quote unquote logical woman. They don't know what to do with someone who is more thinking than they are feeling. So that's definitely something I have had to deal with a lot during my dating years. So for my INTJ women out there, let me know if guys have told you similar comments, while you were dating, something along those lines, because I feel like it's very common in regards to just dating as an INTJ woman. A lot of men just will not get us, especially if they are on the completely other side of the spectrum in regards to just thought processes and, just everything. So let me know, because I think that's a lot more common than I think. So now let's move on to a little advice that I would give you if you're looking to find, like-minded love interests. Because I was looking in all the wrong places when I was dating. And I think that's why I had so many problems. So if you are looking for love as an INTJ, some places that I would recommend you look are bookstores, for one. That's a big one, surprise there. But yeah, look at bookstores, Barnes and Noble, just local bookstores that you have. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of like quality people who have similar interests to you at the bookstore. So I think that's a good one. Another one is a coffee shop. Now, I know we're in the pandemic and things are kind of like, going to shit again. So just, be careful with that one. But I would assume a coffee shop is a really nice, chill place too to meet like-minded people. I feel like for INTJs, we are more of the loner type. We're usually the techie type. So we always have a computer or some type of, electronical device. So a coffee shop is a really good place to look. Another place I would recommend, it's like a low-key, chill bar type place. Those are typically good spots. In the past, I found a couple of, decent people in like bar type settings. But again, sometimes it's a hit and miss, but the low-key kind of lounge type, like jazzy club type places, those are really good places to look. Another one I would say is to take a look at the hobbies that you like to do. Like, what are some personal activities that you do? And then try to see if you can find like-minded people who also like doing those things. So if you're into kayaking, do you have a kayaking club or a kayaking organization or like a kayaking meetup, or something that you can find, similar people who like doing what you like to do? Honestly, you'll always have something in common, that one activity that you guys like doing. So that's a really good place to start. Find out what it is you like doing, and then try to find out where the people who also like doing those things are hanging out. And then that's another great place to meet them. And as far as all of my INTJs who are still in school, I would recommend joining a club or some type of organization to also meet those like-minded people. So, join French clubs, join multicultural clubs are a good one. You can meet a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds, but they could also still have so much in common with you. So the places that I would recommend against finding like-minded people, honestly, this is just going to depend from person to person, but the places that you don't frequent, the places that you don't really go to so much, that's probably the place where you wouldn't want to find, people to date, just because while, it can happen, you probably won't have too much in common. You won't really have, you just won't probably mesh too well. That's how I met a lot of my, the past people that I dated, all in the wrong places, all in places that I either didn't go to a lot, where I just went because my friends are dragging me out to go with them, or, just places like that where I just typically wouldn't go for myself. And, that was hell. So take my advice and just stick to the places that you have fun with. You'll have fun with places that you actually enjoy. So that's my take. Okay, guys, so that's all that I have for this video. This INTJ talk was, just a little quick 1-2 on dating as the INTJ personality type. But, leave me some comments down below, because I'm curious to know you guys' experience in the dating world, both, for my INTJ women and the INTJ men. So let me know, and hopefully, this gave a little insight. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, but thanks so much for watching. Bye.